Hello, everybody. Hello, everybody. I am testing StreamYard because I've been having issues with StreamYard. If you guys can hear me, please do let me know. Guys, let me know if you can hear me. I am having an issue with my StreamYard audio. Hello, Sister Yin. Please, can you hear me? I am testing. This is like a testing thingy. So let me know if you can hear me, please. I'm having an audio. You can hear me. All right, okay. I hope it stays that way. If at any time that you can't hear me, guys, let me know. So maybe we should just go ahead. Let me just catch up with you guys. So I just want to test my audio because I've been having an issue with this audio thing for some time now. Hence why I have not been on. I have not come on live. So yeah, how are you guys doing? How are you guys doing? So I'm just gonna wait for others to join us, and if everything looks fine, we might just discuss this guy that I have on my channel, or the guy you can see on the thumbnail. I hope you guys can still hear me. If you guys can still hear me, please continue to let me know if at any time. Oh, Sister Rikemi, welcome, welcome, my beautiful sister. How are you? So, welcome everybody. How are you all doing? To make money is not easy. This week has been a very, very busy week for me. It's been a very, very busy week for me. Honestly, I don't even know where to start from. So I have been I have not been available on YouTube. Work has been hectic. This week has been a very busy one. Anyway, how are you guys doing? How was your week and how is the weekend going? For me, I've been at my various markets today, selling my markets. Welcome everybody. So I see Sister you welcome. Please like and share as you come in. So since you guys can still hear me, let's discuss this topic. Okay. So welcome everybody. Like. If at any time you can't hear me, guys, let me know. So I hope I'm doing something well on this thing tonight. So yeah. Anyway, I came across a video of this guy. Let me share my screen with you. I came across his video on Instagram actually. I saw it and I was like, you know what? I don't have time for this guy. I'm not going to play his video. But then again, it's been ongoing on my mind, and I was like, I really need to talk about this because the guy thinks it's a bit talks. So apparently, he was talking about if I pay your bills, I must control you. And I was like, eh, you must do what? Because you pay a woman's bill, you must control her. You must do like if you are the one picking her tabs, like you pay everything, you will control her, you tell her how to like what to wear. Guys, let's hear the video. Let's listen to the video together so that you don't be like saying now only me they listen to the now only me hear the video. So guys, let's listen to it, okay? So okay.
Listen, if I am taking care of you as a woman, paying your bills, making sure that every form of stress in your life is non-existent, I will control you. Men are becoming very soft now. You see a man will have his girl, she want to go out, she'll dress sexy, he's showing things that only him is supposed to see. He will tell the girl that I don't want you to.
Did you guys even hear how we pronounce the word sexy? Sexy. He called sexy. Like now wow. He called sexy. Pray make you know meet this kind of man. Pray make you know meet this kind of man. Let's keep listening. I will allow you guys to listen to me before I talk.
Just like this, she will start complaining. Hey, I think you're too controlling. You're too insecure. This is a red flag. All this TikTok nonsense is madness. I will check your phone. There's no privacy. If you have nothing to hide, there's nothing to hide. I will tell you I don't want you to be with some certain friends, and you have to abide to it. If you don't want to abide to it, nobody's forcing you to be in the relationship. If you want to be serious, be serious. If you don't want to be serious, leave. All this dancing up and down, that's why these relationships are failing. You have men who are afraid to be men now because you don't want people to judge you. I will control you. You will not dress how you feel as you dress. You will not just go to any place that you feel as to go. You don't have male friends. Oh, this is my bro, this is my this. You even have men now who are accepting girls to still be talking to their ex. He's just my friend. It's impossible for a man to have sex with a woman and they become friends. Friends don't have sex with each other. He's my bro, he's my BFF. Say BFF. People need to wake up. Stop being ashamed to say what is in your heart. What I'm saying here, many men are thinking it. Some people are just too chicken because you're afraid to lose. I'm not afraid to lose anybody. You are not the price. We are all the price. We both contribute something to the table. High value men don't care about your money. If you like, you make how much. You cannot make money more than me. If you are under me as a female, you want me to be intentional about you, you will be intentional about my principles. It's just the way it.
Let me pause this video and welcome my people. Honey babe, I see you. Hello sis, how are you? I hope you guys can still hear me. Right, Sister Rikemi, welcome. Sister Adebimpe, my beautiful sister, how are you? Honey babe said he's talking shite. I agree with you. Sister Rikemi said, hey, they don't take care of me. I will take care of you and I will control you. Buy you if you want. My beautiful sister Yenku's Pepe talks. Now control for sure. You guys, real farm fan. I saw the video that Uncle Beno did, and I was like, Uncle Beno should have brought this video as a live stream so that he can collect. But I just watch it as a Jesus girl. But everybody, welcome. Mona, I hope you guys have your pen and pencil. Be taking note of what he said, though. Those of you that joined us later, we are going to play the video all over again. But keep listening. He said he will control you. Control. You cannot dress anyhow. Let's keep watching. Welcome, everybody. I see you. Please like and share. If you can still hear me, guys, let me know. Because like I said, I'm having issue with StreamYard. Please let me know if you can still hear me. Let's continue playing the video.
I can say this on CNN. Men are becoming too careful now to be men. I don't understand. You'll be living with a woman, you don't know the password to her phone. You are there paying bills. You're a madman. You are mad because you don't want to offend her. She will go on social media and drag you. Drag me. What happened to me? How does that dragging affect my capacity to survive on this planet? Man, you need to wake up. There are good girls out there. If a girl is stressing you, because of a good girl, there are still good girls. All these new generation women, it's true. You have the right to fight for your money because our fathers were, let me know our fathers. The big men who came before us, they were messing up. But if you have a good man, follow him. Yes. And if you have a good woman, that does not stress you.
You cannot continue what never existed. That's marriage. Okay, there was no marriage existing back home. That was just a sham. Now, when I hear people say,
no, we don't need you, Neze. Sorry. Okay, so you guys heard this. I don't even know what to quantify, but let me read your comments. Arikemi said, Ibola so Jasi. Anibebe said he's talking shite. Arikemi said, then don't take care of me. I'll take care of you and I'll control you. Buy if you won't buy. Now, control, of course, exactly. Sister Bimpe said, who is this Olodo? Help me ask. So, Zezi. Exactly, says Zezi. Sister Yinku said, Agbako of a man. Agbako, Olori Baba, Agbako ni. Anibebe said, he's not in any relationship. Control who? Help me. Now, so I hack. So, I will drop the link now, guys, because there's no need to even waste time on this talk today. Let me drop the link. Let's get this conversation started. The link is in the comment. I've dropped the link in the comment section, Money Babe. Sayinka said, I'm certain he's not in every relationship. He should control his mouth and his mind. So, welcome, everybody. So, when I saw the video, I was like, excuse me? Like, who is this guy? By the way, let me show you guys his page on Instagram, what he does on Instagram, because before I came, I had to go and figure out who he is before I dig into him. So on Instagram, this is his page on Instagram. He's called Efome Francis. He said he's an entrepreneur, that he is a founder of Wolves Academy. Is a personal development and mindset coach. If you're allowing this one to coach you, your mindset, this one will ruin you, this one will buy you. So you guys heard, you see what he does there. And these are pictures of him, obviously. Omoju Orolari, he gets more money. He thinks he has the mouth to talk. You know, all of them, when they get small money, they will come and be doing bragado on social media. That's what he's doing. Anyway, that's him there. So let me go back to his video on YouTube again. Honey Baby is on. Hello, Honey Babe. Welcome, my beautiful sister. How are you?
What's up? I just entered the house here because my son was 14 today. So we just did a quiet thing.
My son is 16 as well.
Are you serious? These boys, they won't finish us. So we're taking him out. We did a little thing today because we had a church program. They were taking him out tomorrow. So at least she just got in. I was like, let me change, let me chill. And then I saw this. I said, what? See this type of man, yeah? Oh, God. This type of man. When you hear people like this, you know they're not in any relationship. Because my mindset is this, yeah, is that there are some women that will take this type of rubbish and nonsense. But I guarantee you, if any woman that has any self-worth, any woman meet this type of person, you will just laugh and you just walk off and take your cab back to your house, even if you did your first date with him. This type of man is talking a load of rubbish. Because at the end of the day, when you know, kind of, I did Shakespeare in school, when you doth protest too much, that tells you, that's a quote from one Shakespeare play, that tells you that when people like that talk like that, they're just talking nonsense. It's bluffing, it's story. You know how it is. You're a content creator. It's all viability. It's all kind of like, let me say something controversial to get people talking about me. This is not his reality. This type of man, I laugh. He can't even speak. I don't even know the English he was even talking. Sorry, no vexing. You understand? So all this, I'm like, are you even educated? Even what you Googled him, he's some kind of coach. This is the type of person that will get sacked. This is the type of person that will say something to a woman worker and will get sacked. This is all nonsense. For me personally, I say this all the time, and I know that relationship is teamwork. I don't understand how people don't understand whether you're in a relationship or you're not. It's all about teamwork. And my mindset, if you are getting into a relationship, and I guarantee you, if we look at his past, he's probably a product of polygamy, we know that one, or he's had childhood trauma. Because when you're talking like that, it's obvious that you've had some issues in your life, because a normal alpha male will not be talking and moving like this because they are confident in their masculinity. Do you understand what I'm saying, Mama Five? When you feel that, I always say this, when a man has to say, I have to control you, then or I have to respect you, then there's a problem with your own mindset and your own confidence, because you don't need to demand respect. Exactly. You don't need to demand respect. And I've been in a relationship. This boy should not hear this, so he's with his grandmother. But I've been in a relationship, where the father tried that, and I was just laughing because for me, you don't need to demand respect. And I think we weren't supposed to be together because, as you know, I was born and brought up here, was brought up in Nigeria, and I've learned a lesson, and that's why I agree with Auntie B. Being in a relationship in your environment, I don't do that rubbish anymore because I'm too, even my accent is a problem for some people. I am very much a product of my environment, so it's not going to work. But he was saying that things like I should respect him, and I was just laughing at him because at the end of the day, you don't need to demand respect. If you're moving in a certain way as a man, you do not need to demand respect. And this mindset that, because for me, I'm very much the opinion that if someone's going to cheat, if someone's going to do rubbish and nonsense, they're going to do it. I am not wasting my life chasing men. I've had obviously, my ex-husband, it wasn't the best relationship. Not saying he cheated, but I don't see myself, I have to pick up someone's phone. Why do you need to pick up your partner's phone? Because you're a man, because you pay bills. And I don't know whether it's based in the diaspora, but he needs to understand that women bring something to the table. Exactly. You're looking for a certain type of woman because most women will bring something to the table and they will never allow themselves to be in a position where you're paying all the bills. And I'm saying this and I'm not trying to be nasty. You can be a housewife. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with it. Don't get me wrong. It's beautiful to be a housewife if you can afford it and your husband has the wealth to do it. But one thing I say is that do not be a housewife with stupidity. Have your own resources, because at the end of the day, I'm not wishing bad. Things happen and you need to have your own resources, your own skill set. just in
Absolutely.
case something happens. This is the
Absolutely.
type of man, he wants to isolate a woman. He wants a
Yeah.
woman that doesn't have any skills so he can totally control that person. And I'm not
Mhm.
anti-men, don't get me wrong. I am bringing up two boys. So I'm
Mhm.
bringing up the next generation of men. But what I will say is that we need to understand that relationship is not about control. And if we look at the
Exactly.
genesis of this guy, he was probably brought up in Nigeria. And I'm sorry to say this, most Nigerian women are programmed to believe that marriage is the be all and the end of their life. And most
Exactly.
men believe the same. And what you need
Mhm.
to understand is that that programming, you have to reprogram yourself and understand
Exactly.
that marriage is a beautiful thing when
Mhm.
it's teamwork. And for
Yeah.
you to think that you can date someone and you're talking about your spouse and saying that I will control you. I'm not a
I'll tell
dog.
you where to go.
I'm
I'll
not
tell
a
you what to
robot. Can you imagine? I mean, like I said, them type of men I stay away from. Don't get me wrong. There's a certain type of men I date. I date someone on my level and that has the same experience and
Mhm.
upbringing as me. I've learned that I don't do people that were brought up in a different country because our mindsets are different.
Different.
And
Yeah.
all I would say to any woman that entertains that type of guy, I'm all about choices. If you choose to be controlled, do
That's
you?
the
But there's a
exactly.
lot of women that will not even entertain him to even give him the chance to control them. So all
Yeah.
this that he's doing is just for views.
Thank you so much,
It's
Johnny
just
Babe.
for
Thank you
views.
so much for your contribution. We are still going to
Thank
go back
you.
and analyze everything you say one by one, but I just wanted to hear your views there. Auntie Yinko, please unmute yourself. Auntie Yinko is here as well.
Yes,
Hey
sir. Hey,
sis.
hey, 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 honey
Hello,
babe,
my
sis. How
beautiful
are
Hey
you?
sister.
my
I've
dear.
told you to give me address. All of those your glasses. I need to come and ransack your wardrobe to get my own. Eh? Give me address.
No, wala now. Oh my
Welcome,
God. Happy
sis.
birthday to your sons.
Thank
Wishing
you
them
so
many,
much.
many
Oh,
more in Jesus' name.
amen. Thank you. This boy, he just do my head in today. But thank you, sis.
Enjoy the time you have now
Thank
before
you,
they
my
don't need
dear.
you. They won't bother you. You'll be looking for
Thank you,
them
my
all over
dear.
the place.
Thank you.
So this video is so crazy. And you will be amazed that there will still be some women that will
Ah,
be
sis,
rolling
go
on the
into the
floor
comment
looking for
section
this
there.
guy to be their
Can you
man.
imagine? Yeah, of course.
It's and then they will come out like 2 or 3 years and be saying they've been like they have issues. Like
Somebody
so
called him Odogu.
Odogu, Odogu with nothing. Odogu nonsense. Look, ladies, see guys like this, it's very funny to me because when I see stuff like I just you know how they say yimu, I just move my nose like, oh
Exactly,
please
Yimu,
be
exactly.
yarning nonsense. It's either you're in a relationship that you don't even have mouth to talk, or you're
Exactly.
not even in one at all. Because the only woman in this day and age that will stick with you is a village woman that has no idea of what the world is.
What is
And then you
Exactly.
bring her to wherever you are. And then once she opens eye, like they say, and she knows better, then she's
yeah.
telling you, I'm
That
not
was
taking
start.
that nonsense from you. So the point of it is that men that talk like this, they're usually empty barrels. They
Yeah,
see you, they can't even come up to you to talk because they know your mindset is completely different. They are
different.
cloud chasers, they have nothing going for them. And if you have someone like this in your life as a relationship coach, you know
Oh,
that you are doomed already
exactly.
before the
I'm
relationship
telling
even
you.
started. Because I don't understand, like in this day and age, how see it bothers me sometimes when I see like the Gen Zs and they're talking about, oh, I'm afraid of marriage, I'm afraid of marriage. And then you see people like this that are actually coming out like, please, ladies, no, just go back. If you were like, maybe let's say you were in your early 20s and a lot of people were talking like, would you even want to get married?
Like, see, if I'm hearing all the things that I'm hearing, me, I won't even bother. I'll
So
just go and be a sister.
uh-huh. I won't be a sister, but I'll find a way around it. But I'm definitely not going to be getting married because there's so much
Mm,
negative stuff out there,
Yeah,
you know. So for stuff like this, it just the only reason why it bothers me is because there are
mm,
lots of people that do not know any better.
yeah,
They're
yeah.
going to listen to this guy.
yeah.
Young ladies
Mm,
are going to listen to this guy. They're going to take his word for it, and they're
For
going to
real.
be
Yeah.
mm,
okay with a man controlling them until trouble
mm.
starts to
So,
happen, and
or
then
even
they
if a life goes through it. Look at it, it's
exactly.
just like a case of Osinachi and her husband.
In
Exactly.
fact, it's
Exactly.
it's crazy. There's this story about this lady, Olamide Ali or something. I'm working on it for next week drop. And it was
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
just about this guy that she met while they were in college. She ended up having two children for this man. The
Yeah.
wedding, I think they called off the wedding maybe like twice or something. This guy ended up finishing her life and ended
Are
up
you
taking
for
his own life
real?
too in the process.
Can you
Wow.
imagine?
One weekend, and they were not living together. They had two kids. She was living with that. I mean, I'm looking at the dynamics of the relationship, and I'm like, how did
Mm,
you go from being in college with this man? This lady had so much going for her. She had a
mm,
school, helping young ladies work on their bodies and their mindset, and then life ended up like that. Like the things that
Exactly.
people go through behind
mm,
closed doors. And I'm
Mm.
looking at the image of the guy. I'm looking at the image of the lady, and it's not
mm,
matching. This
Exactly. How
lady
do
had
you
so much going for
like
her,
how do you
sister.
rush
She
a
was so
package?
smart, very highly intelligent woman. And how you ended up with a man that pretty much just destroyed you, and not just destroyed you, take your life in the process, is
Mm.
mind-boggling to me.
It's
mm,
crazy.
But things like these do
mm.
happen. And I love that, especially for us women, we're seeing these things and we're calling them out. Like you're doing
Yeah.
running a live stream right now.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah.
somebody that's going to come across it, maybe a
Yeah.
mom or an older
Mm,
sister. You've been
Mm.
having issues with maybe your younger sister or a cousin, and you don't know how to talk to. Just send the video to her. Don't even talk.
Exactly.
yeah.
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 So
Exactly.
I
Yeah.
want to, I just want to commend you for, handling this kind of discussion because, man,
Mm,
as
Me,
much as we
I
see
like this
this,
kind of discussion. Oh,
yeah,
sis.
as much
I
as
like
we
this.
see this on social media, we need to be calling
mm.
it out
Yeah.
because
We
as
have,
much
we have to, because like I said
we
to
have to,
you,
we can't be quiet anymore because there's
no,
just
we
so
can't.
much going
That time
down.
has gone, especially with the fact that, so no disrespect, my parents did in Japan. My dad came to the UK in 1969 to do the maths. But what you
Hmm.
Mm.
people need to understand is that we are not in Nigeria anymore. And I'm not
Hmm.
shading
Exactly.
Nigeria. You
Mm.
are all of this, you're coming to the diaspora to have children. They're going to be
Yeah.
brought up in a different way than yourself.
Hmm.
Just
Exactly. Yeah.
know for a fact,
Your
yeah,
thought, everything
that
is going to be
our mindset is going to be completely different where
exactly.
this is
Exactly.
acceptable.
Absolutely.
So I
Yeah.
think there is a generation, like I said, I'm a lot older, but I'm, you call me Adebota, British, whatever
Hmm.
you want to call me. But I was brought up very differently to my mum. I mentioned my great great grandmother in the post backstage. It said we are a different breed, and you need to understand that the nonsense that some of our mothers talk
Took
and our great
then.
grandmothers, we are
Hmm.
us,
We are not taking it.
us,
Yeah.
and and children, obviously, ladies 20s and in their 20s and 30s, they're not gonna take it.
They are not
So
going
I
to take
think
Hmm.
it's good to educate them that you know marriage is teamwork, and if you see red flags, and this is red flags to me, you run away.
absolutely. Exactly.
This
Major red
is
flags.
not a red flag. This is a billboard or a moving truck that is all red.
Because the thing is, there's nowhere in that conversation where, to me, his mindset is that relationship teamwork is someone
He wants to.
oppressing
He
another.
said
It's
he
yeah,
will control.
yeah.
He will
It's
tell you. You
someone.
can't
What?
dress me.
Yeah.
All
So
the things
I
he's even
think.
saying.
Sorry.
All the things he's even
Yes.
saying. That's why I said I'm going to go back to address everything he said one by all the things he's even saying. Some of them go save. It is at the talking stage. The girl should be asking the question.
Hmm.
No, when she enters his house, it's at the talking stage. Like, come, Mister
But she'll
Man.
find that out because this is the type of person that you would go
Exactly.
to. This is the type of person you would go to dinner with, and you can see within like 20 minutes or an hour of you speaking to this guy, you can
You will
instantly
know
see
what
the
you want
type
to
of
know. Yeah.
character he's gonna show himself.
Yeah.
You all you need to do is thanks a lot, pay for your share of the bill, and get your Uber and get the hell out of it. This is the
Yeah.
type of person that will not hide his character. Trust me.
Definitely.
So
and
this is not
and
the type of
and that's the mind-boggling thing for me because a lot of the time, see, there's some relationship that should have never been. It
Yeah.
should have
totally.
ended on that very first day that you guys sat down and spoke
Yeah.
without
Yeah.
giving. There's some things that you don't give a second chance to because it's smoke.
Hello.
It's
Thank
already.
you.
If you see just a little bit of it, omo waka, like carry your bag, pay
Exactly.
your half,
Wrong.
and
Wrong.
just
440.
go
And
Mm.
and
like I
block
said,
that number.
yeah, yeah,
But a
I
lot
was
of
gonna
people,
say, yeah,
a lot of
mhm.
people, a lot of our girls or a lot of our women, out of desperation of wanting a relationship, they will say, you know
Because
what,
of
let
the
me give
pressure
him a
of
chance. Let me give him a chance.
because of the pressure
Maybe,
of Nigerian marriage. You know how it is, man.
yeah.
Yeah.
But the thing about it is that even Nigerian men, because I have uncles in Nigeria, they don't treat their
Mm,
wives
Like
bad.
that.
They
Mm-hmm.
don't do controlling.
mm,
At least I have more uncles than aunties, and I know how
yeah,
majority of them treat their wives.
of
Yeah.
A
course.
lot of them treat their wives well to the point that if you're not even careful, you will almost say, ah, did this
Did
woman
they
give
eat it
him
for?
a four? You get what I mean? Because they're
Yeah.
very
Yeah.
intentional about the partnership. But there's some people there that will be like, why is he acting this way? Because
Mm.
he's intentional about his wife. Now, there were some things that the guy said. See, if he didn't use the word control, right? And he
Yeah.
said,
Mm,
I'm going to be intentional about you. I need you to be intentional about me. Yes, in a relationship, you should be intentional about one another.
Exactly.
If you're in a loving relationship and in a committed relationship where the both of you are partners, you know what your spouse likes, or your boyfriend or your fiance or whoever, you know what they like. You want to do what they like. You want to, even if there's a way that you're dressing that maybe is a little bit provocative, and it's like, you know what, I kind of like that, but it's a little bit too much. We should be
You know
able
what?
to
See,
allow.
the way it's even going on about it is going
Yeah,
on about it
but
as
the
if
way that this one is going about it is a no.
it
This is the
is
kind
going
of
about it
man.
the way, see the way of the dressing, like
This is
the
the
way
kind
he
of
spoke
man that
about
will
it in
look.
the video. It
This is
was
the
like,
kind of man
oh,
that will
he
look
would be
for.
happy with the way the girl dressed before he eventually marries her. As
Exactly.
soon as
This
he
is the
But the
kind
marries
thing
of
her,
is,
all
guy.
of those things he took while he was cutting her, everything will
Uh-huh.
but the
change.
thing is, the thing is,
Exactly.
ladies, from what I can see, a lot of these men, we need to understand, yeah, you're, this, you grew up in an environment. I don't know where he was brought up, but I can more or less imagine he was brought up where his mother did not have a say in the house. There's a certain type of wording and the way that you move and the things that you say that
Yes.
gives you a glance into his upbringing. He was not brought up in diaspora. He was brought up in Nigeria, guaranteed. He was brought up where, I don't know, I'm not saying anything, where from the words he's saying, it is normal for him to say what he's saying because he experienced it, maybe in his parents or in his family's relationships. Because you only spout out what you see, what your experience is, in terms of sociology, you understand, and your environment and the way that you're brought up. So at the same time as I'm not, I feel bad because he only is saying what he knows. In this day and age, if you've been dealt with childhood trauma, whether your parents were in a toxic relationship or toxic marriage, deal with your trauma, whether it's getting
Exactly. Don't
counseling
carry
Exactly.
or all this, because I always have this mindset: broken people hurt people. So if you're broken as a person because unfortunately you didn't have the best upbringing or the best upbringing, parents, whatever, toxicity, deal with your trauma and don't come onto social media ranting and raving, moving mad, talking nonsense, because it's pretty clear. No, it's pretty clear to anyone that
Is.
that understands and is in touch with their feelings that this guy has trauma. Because for you to believe that it's okay in a relationship to behave like this, I'm sorry, you're
exactly
not normal.
control
You're not
somebody.
a normal person.
You can't have friends. You can't have friends, and you can't go anywhere you want to go. You can't have
No.
BFF. We are both the table, man. The woman is not the table. We are both the table. Like, guys, let me play. Uncle Kidola is in the house, but I know that Uncle Kidola will break this table if I let him in now. So I'm going to let him in. But the issue I have with him here is that obviously a few things though that he said made sense. Like, okay, we need to be intentional. If I'm intentional about you, you need to be intentional about me. It also took me back to the interview where Yole Doche was interviewed, where he was talking about respect. He went on so long on that respect talk for about 10 minutes. And I was like, did
Did
not
he mention,
respect
sorry,
enough?
sis, did he mention respect? Sorry, did he mention respect yesterday?
Oh, he did. There
But
was
they're
a particular.
divorced. What
I'm
is
going to
it?
try and
The
put the
thing
time
is
slot
that
somewhere. I'm still going to do a proper reaction to it. He went on about respect, saying, "Oh, if this thing is here," and the man said, "Don't move it," and he traveled for a week, and he comes back, and that thing has been moved, and the wife said, "Oh, I tried though." He said, "That's disrespect."
I beg, please.
No,
Explain
see,
something
when a
to me.
man when a man is putting his mouth too much on respect,
Exactly.
there
Exactly.
are
What does that
underlining
tell you?
And I was
issues.
like,
Yeah. What does
at
that
the end
Period.
of
tell
the
you?
day, respect
Mm-hmm.
should not be demanded. If you do things the right way, I swear to God, as long as that woman is not a dunce, she will know to give that respect. You don't need
Mm-hmm.
to ask for it. You don't need to demand respect. You don't even need to demand love, because these are things that will be freely given to somebody you're treating well.
Yep.
Yes, he said that both of us are the table. No, women are even the table here. Women brought the table. If they decide to leave, they are allowed to take the table and take all the 4 legs, because at the end of the day, women are dying. You see, should we talk about childbearing and all of the things that comes with it? So because you are bringing the money now, your money can't buy me life.
Which money? Which
Your
money?
money can't buy
What are
life.
which
Yes, it can
money?
buy all of the affluent things in the world, but it can't buy the life that a woman is going to go into labor room to go and bring for you. Now he's not saying, you can't have a BFF. At the end of the day, you forgot that this girl that you eventually married, she used to have friends in her life. I don't care if those friends are male or female. She used to have friends. So are you now saying that because you're now married to her, you now want to alienate her? So she can't have
But
friends. She can't
but
go
Mama
out.
Five,
You
that's
want to take her
Mama.
phone.
Yeah.
Like,
But number 5, to me, that's a red flag. Because when you get one
actually,
of
you
your
go send is a
spouses wanting,
billboard.
because
He's
to
the
me,
boss.
why would you wanna isolate your
Your
partner or
wife.
your spouse from their
Exactly.
friends? That's a classic thing you do when you want to be doing your abusive tendencies,
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
allegedly. Do you understand?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And alienating somebody. I did a video in regards to that. That you know what, when narcissistic men want to bring out their true color, and also in obviously me for the fact that I got married very early. There are some things whereby no, I've grown now, and there are some things that if I were to ever come back into this world again, I will never take them. So, which in a way has caused conflict in a way or the other. But
Mm-hmm.
that was another story for the other day. But then again, like I was saying earlier on, this woman you got married to, you never had an issue with the way she dressed. You never had an
Mm-hmm.
issue with her, having friends or going out. And then you now married her. You're not telling her, no, you can't dress that way. No, you can't go there. You can't go to this person's place. No, you can't have BFF. I swear to God, that is, if you're trying to do
That's
that,
very messed up.
that's them trying to tell
Mm-hmm.
you that you don't have a life. I am your
Mm-hmm.
God. And this generation will not allow that.
Mm-mm.
Even when I was listening to that video, I'm like, come, this guy is sick in the
Mhm.
head. He's definitely sick in the head. He said both of you at the table. At the end of the day, you will not even this age, you will not even see a woman who would agree with you and say that she wants to stay at home and you will pay all the bills. No.
Go on, check on go on, check on all his social medias. If there's any girl anywhere, please. My issue with this is that even if he's
I've not seen anything of him with
exactly,
any
if
woman.
the thing is,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, even if he's saying what he's saying, women, even if a man says all this, yeah, you as a woman, I always say this, it's all about choices. You as a woman,
Nope.
make
Exactly.
the choice. Are you desperate enough to tolerate rubbish and nonsense like this, or you keep it stepping? And the issue is
Exactly.
that I've talked to
Men,
a gentleman. Let me land, please, whoever it is, yeah. I've talked to certain gentlemen, and I see the writing on the wall. And yes, when I come on all these shows, yeah, I've got mouth, I've got opinion, but that doesn't mean I'm the same person I am when I drop this live. You understand
Yeah.
what I'm saying? But
Mm-hmm.
what you
Yeah.
need to understand is you have a choice as a woman. If you see this type of person or someone that is a walking red flag, you don't
Yeah.
have to stay around. You don't have to be arguing with him. Oh, I'm an individual. You can't control me. Keep it moving. You don't
Exactly.
even need to say anything. You block, you delete, and
That's
you
it.
never speak to that person again. You don't have to be fighting in that, oh, as your girlfriend, I'm allowed to wear this. As your girlfriend, don't touch my phone. You can end the relationship. There's
Exactly.
freedom
When
of
it's and
choice.
walk away.
Come
Exactly.
on.
Exactly. Don't take nonsense. Don't take nonsense. Uncle Kidola, please unmute yourself. Uncle
thank you, my
Kidola,
sister.
Happy New
Happy New
Year,
Year.
sir.
Happy New Year. Happy New Year.
This
You
the
know,
way you
this,
told you
though,
Brother
because it
Kizola,
seems
what have
like
you been? Happy New Year. Happy New Year, sir.
You've
How
been
you
Happy New
missing
Year.
in
doing?
Happy New
action,
Year.
sir.
Oh.
How are you?
Like I say, we see everything. No, this episode I just a bash my brother. So I never know what the guy don't do. You see, hey, you see, women
Mm.
nowadays. I don't know where the guy is still Nigeria or abroad.
He must be Nigerian. No, a good
I
person will
think it's
take
in
this rubbish.
Okay,
Nigeria, or
that's
maybe
good.
he travels
He has
abroad.
to
He
be
travels
Niger,
around.
please.
Yeah.
No woman will
If
take this nonsense.
if the Nigeria, now we say there are different things when they happen there now. Black. Now I blame. If you don't trust a woman, maybe get this girl for somewhere. If you go take somebody else's girlfriend, you entice her with money come, right? Then out of the blue, you come say, this one I go catch for that person by enticing this person with money come, man. This one not feel be my girlfriend, but I like her. Then you want to create rules on that woman. That means that you they give yourself problem because that woman never actually belong to you. You
Exactly.
understand me?
Yeah.
Because you go
I
entice her come with
agree.
money. Woman will really like you, right? Where really say, okay, I go date with this guy. You go know him. They go know each other. No matter what they happen, even if they have misunderstanding or going out, having friends and everything. You don't go threaten anything. Or the guy don't go able get that mind to say, make even they think, say, what did this guy they do? You
Exactly.
understand? Because they don't already know this guy for a very long time. This
Mm-hmm.
guy, they don't call him. Both of them don't give each other assurance. When I say it's solid like rock. But when you don't go in touch, but what did they happen for Nigeria? What this is they happen so now just the money. This girl sometime Nigeria, even the one we married for Nigeria now self, they do wonderful thing. To come talk about the one black say never marry. So he go use money in ties and come. Now they get trauma and I say, hey, this one, I don't know. They want to set rules for waiting, no be you really get that. Everything was just lies. You understand? Not just lies. So if na person so not trust each other, una free. As long say una respect una boundaries. Is that so? Fear the Nigeria because Nigeria not really get after I talk, I say we not get foundation of relationship for Nigeria. That's just the truth. The foundation of relationship not just be there. Neither you get money, if you like, as ugly as Akia Popo, they go follow you.
Exactly.
They go follow you. They're not like say, this one is my priority. Oh, this one is what I want. This one is my spec. Say they 10. But as long as you get money, just come with that flashy car. They go follow you. You want married, I don't get big fish. So nothing like say, no dignity self for the thing. Wait till they see. Even the one we even get husband for house, they go look for boys who ain't get money for outside. They pretend. That what I see for Lagos. Life, to be honest, I was shocked. You go big banana zone there for Keja Jaru, there's be you go relax, eat. You go see them. You go see them. You go show, that's what you can't be. You say, me you stand up, me you go some, me just stand up, go pick phone, comfort. That's what they're going to look you. Married women when they with man.
But
When did
because they be
Nigeria?
married, but because they be married woman, when they go out, no me say make them no feel go out like there are some married women who go out, they dress fine and they go have big good time. It does not mean that they are looking for men outside now.
No. When did they try to tell you say if this if those married one feel the sister they look you, if you that person, if you not get culture, say if you go the married woman, they go kill that bar head because the nothing any man will go they follow married woman now except you want your kid. Say you not able get discipline for yourself. If for no, you go throw your number. No, behind the scene. They think no they I also where just be like say the company like Sodom and Gomorrah. Then maybe this guy go dey Lagos. Where did they carry? Now your own. Not
But
to
the
be
thing
your own
is,
now.
I think the problem is that if you have, I mean, I heard everything you said, and I do agree with you. If you have, maybe he's had a relationship before and it didn't work out for whatever, the girl cheated. I say this again, deal with whatever issue you have, deal with your trauma. Don't be now because of your past relationships. You now say you want to shake it for, the next relationship you have. It doesn't it doesn't make sense. Do you understand what I'm saying? I don't know if you get it, Brother Chidolo.
Yeah.
You see, 10 years, no, more than 2002, something like that. 2001, 2002. My friend brought a woman, right? This guy was having a white wife who did everything for him, a journalist. He said he have a son. This man brought that son to London. He did everything for this guy. Then this woman become sick. Sick. Okay, this man cannot have no children. But this guy said he already have children, that's not the problem. As this white woman was sick, this guy told that white woman that he want to marry his Nigerian wife. The woman look at it, it's okay, you can go ahead. He did ask the guy to leave. I came there to visit. I came there to visit this guy. He made part of the yard, so but I want to feed this thing. Then I said, oh, but who this guy? Now my son, look at the guy. Your son? Okay, quiet. This guy left. He did kind of console this woman. Say, okay, this woman that went to Nigerian embassy, in British embassy, go holler there, say, why this guy they delay? He forget about all these things. Then this woman later, inside this sickness. This guy went to Nigeria, marry worker, his old town girl, our village girl. Let me say, girl that came from the same place like us. They brought this girl to London. it was difficult for this girl to maybe get, but the guy moved away from London, go to Belgium. Belgium is easier. Give the girl everything there. Belgium passport. They came back to London, bought a car for this girl. What happened? After this girl gave birth to 3 children and everything, from nowhere, this guy is kind of like 60 now. From nowhere, this girl came and said, look, I'm no longer with you, man. These children, they are your own. I did cheat on you. These are your biological children. But I don't want to be with you anymore. I just use you to climb. This Matan guy almost faint. That means it was, as grown-up man like that, it was finished. Finished. He said, I thought, oh, I have a stable home now. The guy was confused. That's about 2002. So you see this ghost, this spirit of a tea, this bad luck of a tea, or this so-called nominal don't start to. Those are now those days. That woman now go there in between 40 something now, maybe 40, 49 now. You know, and so then what happened? That not go rich man take get trauma. That's go rich man take get trauma now. No say the guy now what he do, now what he do come hunt him because he cheat God. He cheat somebody when he help her.
Now come on now.
Just because of that accident
Karma
thing.
is a BITCH.
Karma is a bit now.
It's karma.
So now the karma of that woman when the woman never even the woman just say just a sick so make him at least there with that woman when help her, give her a good life, give her everything. As that woman say they're sick, they don't really get this plan for long time. Only say they go Nigeria come back, if they hide her for this woman. He knows that this woman they very, very weak. He come with this thing. Now the Obama say, okay, if that's what you want, no problem, you can go ahead with it. I swear to God, when the guy, when I was there, I look at this white woman there, it was Juba just chill. I look at this guy, I say, hey, I said, you feel do this thing. So our mind for Nigerians there, we're not good. We're not good.
You know what? I actually agree with you on that one. I actually agree with Brother Kudola on this. Our mindset, not everybody, our mindset is very slow. Because like I said to you, for you to do that, you know, obviously, and you're telling your own story and you was there, for you to do that to another human being, karma is real. And now he's getting it back. I was on mute, but I was just laughing because for me, I don't feel sorry for the guy because you did that to the first wife and you'll get karma comes back. And this is the issue now. And we're supposed to feel sorry. Anyway, it is well.
So that,
and when he's going to tell his story, he's not going to tell the story of the part of what he did to that woman. He's going to tell the story of the one that, you know, he's going to tell the story of the one that he brought in and how she did all of this. But he's not going to mention this woman that he pretty much left hanging when she was supposed to get his support 100%.
You don't want to DF his show now and be crying, and they will have their own brothers social union and be talking rubbish and nonsense about women. You're right.
If that woman is genuine, say he get that woman genuinely, he don't lie. Nothing this. Let woman go get friends now. Babe, ask your friends now. Because it already trust already. The woman not be your own. You don't lie and you do some certain things. If they talk up to men, if a woman love you, who are you not to love that woman back?
Thank you.
Period.
Who are you?
Yes.
So that both ways too. But sometimes, you know, Nigeria don't become like another thing. I want women.
With that being said, just like Mr. Sunday said here, that if you want peace, you need to be a peacemaker. That's it. So, like this guy now that is giving all this water, you will not dress like that. I will check your phone. I will do this. I will do that. For me, if you already
the guy already gave himself high blood pressure, and he's not even in a relationship.
And
like, come on.
Again, he come across as a what should I call it? As a what should I call it? Man who is not confident in who he is as a man.
Exactly.
So he doesn't think that, oh, if I don't put all of these things in place, no woman will ever take me seriously. Maybe one woman don't hear I'm like that. So in that thing that we want, like they said, I put down lay down rules. So it's not. There's an English.
The thing is, when you do, it's like my son. I've already told him, like 10 o'clock or 10:30 Saturday, I take your phone. You can't. I'm dealing with a child.
You're now doing conditions and curfews and all that. Like this, like a woman is a baby. She's a full-grown adult.
Because
And like I
at
said,
the
when
end
you
of the day,
start,
it takes two to tango, and marriage is not just based solely on one person. It's by
yeah,
two people pulling the
yeah,
string at each end. So it's
yeah,
not
but
just for you alone.
that's an education, because like I said, Nigerians do not understand relationships. I say this all the time. I see many of my Nigerian aunties today, they will meet someone today because of pressure of marriage or age, they're suddenly engaged. And I'm like, did you courtship? Did you talk? What, you know, I know it's an old word to use, but me, I use courtship. I don't know if people Google it if you don't understand courtship. But you don't talk aspirations. Where are we on? I want to do this. You know, when we go, oh, do you want to stay? Do you want to be in Nigeria? You talk about your dreams. Well, we don't talk. We just don't do marriage and be saying I'm Mrs. So and so and Mrs. So and so. And that's why for me, and people, and like I said, people can disagree, but for me, remember, I'm not brought up in Nigeria. When I see a lot, because obviously I have Nigerian family, and I see that from what I can see, people don't understand teamwork. People don't understand that you have to communicate. It's not just saying I have a husband. I know many people, and I always give this tagline. I have a lot of aunties that are older than me. They are married but single, because they're literally co-tenants in a house, and I don't understand that. And then the mindset is that, who are you to leave? That because of certain amounts of years, or because you have children, that you're obliged to stay in a relationship. Listen, you need to understand that we are no longer in Nigeria. The mindset is that old school mentality that is my mother's age. My mom is 75, happily married again. And that mindset, it's not going to work in this generation. A lot of us women, we want to have emotional connection with our partners.
Yeah, that's
and if you don't understand what it is, Google is your best friend. Now, chat
but my sister, if you go to look, there's no, if you marry from above, right? If you marry from above, let's say you marry late, right? Then you can some of all this talk, because this is now, if you're 40 years old man or 40 something, right? Marry a girl by 35. Oh yes, there are some rules that will be on the ground.
Why are you dating someone at 25?
You know why? No, may I just tell you the truth. May I tell you the truth? The truth is this: there is no way both of you will come with different type of baggages, trauma for past relationship and everything. Then you put need to talk about, is this relationship genuine or play? How that think? What could you all know now? Children will come out of it. Money issues. How we gonna, is it 50-50? They will understand that. Oh yes, yes, because if that is not involved, that's all that problem, eh? So some men can get tired and say, "Man, I beg, I don't carry this thing." So things will be involved, because you cannot change a man that's above 40. You can get irritated at anything, can be moody. You never know what actually will happen to him. But if it's a relationship that built from maybe 20, 21, but you want this guy and this boy, and I don't maybe suffer for one room, maybe eat fish and chips, depends. When there's nothing really going on, no money to eat, you will wake up. Then that relationship already been built.
Yeah, but regardless of whether, okay, for example, you met at 18 and you grew together, or you married late and you met a guy that's 40 and you're 30 something. Regardless of those two examples that you're giving, I still say the same thing. You have to be able to communicate. And whether you married late, you should be even more intentional. If you're marrying late, you're not playing. You're not 25. You're not messing about. You don't have time to waste. So all the more reason to be intentional, all the more reason to lay out on the cards. This is me. Let's have serious conversation. Are we compatible? Blah, 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 blah. This one, that one, my dreams. This is what I plan to do. This is what where are we living? Are you going to, this is all the more reason for you to have solid, intentional conversations. So regardless of the two examples you're giving, I still stand on the fact that a key thing is that, for me, communication. Number two, marry your best friends. I know people, and it makes no sense to me, I do not understand how you're marrying someone that you're enemies. The husband will be
No, but
hiding. The husband will be hiding
that
money from his
communication,
wife.
that communication just
Sorry.
reminded me of an episode I watched from the Bridgerton. There's a new episode of Bridgerton.
Bridgerton. Yeah.
People of the girls who always married to the black man. Obviously, when they want to do KDY in the bedroom, they are not, when they are not in communicado when it comes. Like the girl is not free to say, okay, let's do it this way. So she was now asking her other sisters that, how do you get to the pinnacle? What is the pinnacle?
That was so funny.
Did you exactly?
I haven't
So
watched it
that's
yet.
what we're talking about there. And in an African home,
Even her mother couldn't explain it to her without talking in
if now love each other,
the way it meant to be. And you can
my
imagine that
sister,
just reminded me of an example of an African woman
my sister,
her needs.
in the man perspective, in the man perspective, if not real like each other, not real love each other, say not the real like, say not the, I just give example because say okay, for street that they play, I'm not talking about being in the car on the street alone, you are just chasing each other. Most of the world now go quarrel. Carry why alone, that will go come on its own naturally. You don't need to even go the third person say this. The moment the connection they there, the chemistry they there, the everything they there. Only one person have to be very patient. The other one, just patient. Be patient. Things can grow in two different way. You understand me? Even grabbing each other sometime alone self, it go blast you not even do the kirewa self. Where kirewa self even take it. You understand me? Now the soul of happiness and that can say, okay, man, be happy, be with that presence of that person. You understand me? Say this person is if na man, if you see a woman sit close to you, say, you should be fine, you understand me? Be that woman just there alone. Anything will go come. That's not just the finishing aspect. But never say Kerewa say the feeling not really day. Nothing really day. Forget. That is plus the whole Kerewa don't be wanting to make person they happy. Really.
Absolutely.
Not just okay. Not just the end. If that person
you have to have the
if that person is sick, yes, if that person is sick, you never know this word. People can be sick for 6 months. Just that love alone, say, man, to make that person feel better. That thing don't even day your mind self. Best way they sick and the woman who they take care of her, that thing will wipe away for his mind. He don't want to make this person, woman or man, make it they survive. If everything don't feel fine, you understand me? Now because you see the problem of black people, when they use Kerewa, I don't know why we get that mentality. We're supposed to be like Indians. Indians get different ways when they connect to each other. You understand me? But if we they bring that Kerewa in, which when they for Minnesota, see whether they protest there, why to my whole board say, please leave my Negro alone. I like that something. It can't be like saying that for the,
We're gonna flag this story,
no, because I didn't talk this thing because it seems like if the thing hotel know us, that's a bad well because if you follow a woman because of Kerewa, it go die quick. Because as soon as they get older, you must find way to spice the thing or to make the thing is kind of like still very relevant. But the love, at the only time I say, love not they die. Now you they lose interest out of that love. Because if you like somebody, you love somebody or you like them, even if you hate that person, you must see something where come that man. I say this one thing I can't go there. Now say it dress. If you now say it be, that thing will bring you back again. But now when you they go, they carry another woman. As a man, no, you they come out now. You go they carry another odor on that perfume. Sure, this one there with you because they get picking with you. Things that they hectic for his house. When I get history together, you feel say, you don't give me attention well. Now after you go, then you don't already they lose interest for this person. As a man, as must say, you don't they go they get under interest with other person. You don't die now. You don't die. Because now they massage your leg and your head. Now you can't catch feelings for now. Why the other one be like person just describe your life? That's what the thing be. I hope say as a man perspective, I give that.
But the thing is, Brother Kidola, you need to understand is that Nigerians are conditioned to believe that if I want to have Keriwa, I might as well get married. I've heard of people say, what's the, obviously I've had a lot of Caucasian friends that have been married. A particular investment bank that I worked in, there was a friend of mine, she was American, she was married to a British teacher. And I remember her saying to me that, you know what, we made a conscious decision that we don't want to have children. It wasn't a shock to me because, like I said, I was brought up in the UK and those type of things happen. But I've heard, the mindset of a Nigerian is that, why would you not get married and have children? Because the mindset is that marriage is to produce children. I remember having an argument with one of my friends where she was divorced and she had 4 children and she now was engaged again. And I said to her, listen, you've had all your children, yeah? You don't need to have another child with this guy. The guy so basically she has 4 children, he has 3 children. How many is that? Quite a lot. You understand?
Exactly.
And I basically said that, sis, it ain't that deep. You're 39, 40, you've had all your kids, he's had all these kids, just do your blended family. She said, no, I must have a child for him. And I'm like, you don't have to have, you can be married and not have kids, but she's Nigerian, no disrespect. And her mindset is, she's programmed to believe marriage equals having children. And it's not like that. It's not that deep. I know that people are going to say, oh, African culture, I get it. But my mindset is that we are being programmed that not to enjoy the sanctity of marriage. You can be enjoying yourself like Brother Kidolan has, and understand that you are, and it's because, like I said, having the physical intimacy, it basically bonds you in terms of marriage. Do you understand what I'm saying? But we see as, I've heard, people think of Kerewa as work. Okay, let me just do this with my wife so that we can have our kids. As soon as they have all their kids, there's no more emotion, there's no more physical intimacy, because the whole point of marriage was to have those 3 children. And now I've had my 3 children, I'm not interested in this woman, or I'm not interested in this man. And that's where the problem is.
Yeah, I agree with you. Anyway, thank you so much, Annie Babe and Sayinkos. From this guy's video, obviously we could go on and on and on and on this guy video. The video just upset me. And I was like, I've been trying to find the time to come and talk about this. And obviously, if you go into the comment of that video, there's a few girls that like say, oh, daddy, come take me. Daddy, come take me. However, on TikTok, people came for him that he had to come back and explain himself. He came back to explain himself. Let me play that video before we round up, guys. So it says here,
listen, so I released the video.
He said, he titled this addressing the viral video. So I've not listened to it, but I'm sure it's this one. It's about 5 minutes long. I don't know why he was talking for 5 minutes, but let's listen.
On the internet, where I said that a woman who is under my protection will not dress however she feels as to dress, go wherever she feels as to go, entertain male friends, talk to exes, and I'm going to search her phone. I'm going to be jealous, blah, blah, blah. People had a very big problem with the word control.
She's going to be jealous.
Texting, sending inbox messages, insulting me, going on comment section, saying how you need to make your own money to stay away from men like this. Let me tell you something. Male protection is beyond finances. The fact that you have boiled down our roles individually to money is the first problem that you have. Secondly, there are more women than
but
men.
You are the one who have brought down your road to money, because you are saying that if you provide all of the things she needs for her, then she does not need to have a life she does not need to have a life. So you are the one who is actually thinking that way, because you are saying now that yes, she's under your protection, and the protection you're going to give her is mainly because yes, you have money to provide all of those things. So you are now saying that because you're able to provide all of those things, she cannot have a life. Like, what's this boy talking? He's a boy, he's not even a man.
On this planet, the ratio of women to men is 5:3.
So?
It has never been recorded in the
so
that more women have made money than men. You outnumber us, but there are still more male millionaires than female millionaires. There are still more male billionaires than female billionaires.
Are you a billionaire, sir?
To handle the weight that has been given to you universally by God of childbirth, nurturing, raising. You still have a business. You are going to work and you are being promoted. You are a CEO. So many women who have to make money have to morph into men. You have to give up who you are biologically in order for you to chase cash. That's why women hire nannies. Some people go to the village, go and take girls, come and stay with their children with their own upbringing, damaging your generation mentally, because these children don't become what you tell them. They become what they see, what they feel and what they experience. Look at how many stories of rape are out there. There are many women who have been raped by their nannies until today nobody knows.
So
Look at
this mumu, this mu raised to power 2 is saying that because you're working, you have a career, you are going to the village to go and bring house help that you.
You know what?
the stories in day.
Yeah.
So sorry.
Yeah.
No, I was just gonna say that the more he talks, doesn't that tell you that this is what he's lived? You can hear.
Exactly.
I
It's
just
true.
see someone that has lived this, so I don't even blame him. I don't blame
It's
him.
it's
I don't
probably
blame him.
lived this. It's probably
I
lived this
think
experience.
Nigeria problem. Sorry, I didn't really fall into this thing. So this Nigeria thing, when they play this kind of thing, I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm not really involved into Nigeria type of thing at all. This like this guy living in the hellfire. You know the problem, just problem. Because the way he's speaking now is like women can be anything. Women can be multimillionaires and still they'll still be your wife. You don't need to be insecure or whatever it is.
Exactly, that's the word.
That
Insecure. He's an insecure
that
man.
is the life. That is the life of that woman. You are not the one that give birth to that woman.
Exactly.
That woman have right to chase her dreams. Still, you post it together.
Exactly.
Very, very happy. You see, this is not for talking about money. You see, somehow, let me, you know, even say, hug this, you know, if, you know, there are a lot of things have to come into this thing. Nigeria man not talk about, may I take this girl out, go work out for street, make her hold her hand. If you know they used to hold the hand, teach her to hold hand. If you know they used to hugging, teach her, both of them how to hug each other. They talk more, they sit somewhere, they pour out their dreams, what they want to achieve. You understand me? And talk good. You understand me? Not like say, oh, you don't need. You will say, what is your dream? What do you want to be 5 years from now? What is what is? You know. Let that woman chase the goals. Support her and let everything be well. You do your own thing too. You understand me? But
Exactly.
that they enjoy yourself. You see, the problem with Nigeria people, this one you see, he's sitting down now. This is like, you know, bringing somebody for the village, bringing this, bringing that. You know, these are not the type of relationship. This is the problem of Nigeria relationship that we're talking about. You know, it's very
That's
difficult.
why he's based in
Look,
Nigeria. The thing is, Brother Condola, all that is ranting and raving, yeah. Come to the UK, come to US
Come
and be
do
moving,
exactly.
and
Come
be
and kill
moving.
a woman in diaspora.
Yeah, come and be moving like that. You see what they will do with you. That's why I say people like this year, I don't even take them seriously. Because just stay in
That's what I'm trying to talk about.
yeah.
He live in Nigeria. He look very clean. Though. He look like a very liberal guy. Oh. If a woman is seeing this guy,
he's a coach. Let him go and be coaching people. Let him go and be coaching people.
What is he even coaching? The thing is, yeah, most of these guys, they've you know, all this manosphere that is out there, this red pill rhetoric. That's what he's listening to. Come on, to me, it's word for word. All this red pill manosphere nonsense. That's what he's talking. And if it works for him, it works for him. If women are happy to be treated like this, I'm clapping for you. Do you?
No, because in Nigeria, look, I've seen things. I went to bury my mom this December, last December that just passed, right? Yeah, that's what when you say your mom is 75. I'm like, oh, mine was 75 when she died. You know, because she was having a heartbreak because I lost my senior sister from sickle cell.
Oh,
sorry. You know,
wow.
Yeah. So my mom, and she died at the age of my sister died at the age of 54. So my mom could not really be able to bear it. No, so even when I went back to start talking to her, give her all like, Mama, we did our best. That is at least the life she will live. She almost like 100 years in normal age. You understand me? You know, because we did everything for her. You know, I said, but look, she was telling me, oh bros, I would like to be like you. Oh, bros, I would like to be like you. I don't want to go. I would like to be like you, bros. I said, sister, it's not your fault. If not you that have this thing, I would have it also, you know. But it's like you cleared the way for me to just pass through to escape it. You know, I say it's between mom and dad. Way back, they were not testing themselves. So after 2 years, my mom died because of the heartbreak. Because my mom told me there's no way a woman will lose his first child, that woman will show. That's what my mom was telling. Mama, no, we'll stay around. At least she have children. So when I'm trying to say something about this, right? During the burial of my mom, my sisters that came from America, her friends, because I'm the first one of my mom, in my house, they were negotiating who am I if they can get me. You understand? Then my sister said, no, this guy's a married man. The girl was still repeating, and I heard about it. I told the girl, if I hear, I respect you because of my junior sister. If I ever hear "pam" out of your mouth, I would drive you away from this place immediately. You understand me? You see, that's what I tell you that these are women, women. You came to somebody's house, you came to my house doing burial, they were doing my sister's hair in my house, but you see me passing, going up and down, then you start looking at me, then you tell myself if you can have me, if she can be my girlfriend in Nigeria.
But why do we have this mentality? I mean, why do we have this mentality? I
You
don't
see,
understand it. Probably, you can see he's
you see
upset.
how women think. You see how women think. Let's see if I will not discipline, right? Because I've been with my woman now 28 years, going to 29 years. You understand me? We met each other very, very young. We were nothing. We were somewhere, one room, but we were still happy, I was not having anything. She built me in a way. She gave me paper. She gave me everything. Why should I come and leave my woman for? For who? I will die. I told her once I die, they bury me. When you owe to them, my son will put that grave and put you on top. One, appreciate what she did for me. That is one thing. If not her, maybe my mom would not have enjoyed it for something years of her life. You understand me? If not her, I would not have achieved what I achieved in my life. So the respect that you have for her, that respect also she also give back to you without not panicking. Is my wife far more having better job than me? Yes, 100%. 100%. But that doesn't not to shake me.
African men no go happy.
No, if they like, if they like, they're not happy because if you're not strong, right, you will be into this problem. Because I went to school in Nigeria. I went to University of Benin. I encouraged my wife to also go to school. I said, take advantage of your educational system in this country.
Yeah.
Do well for yourself. That's what she did. Now she has far more better job than me. Must I complain about, because she has far more better job than me, whatever she's earning is bigger than mine, I'm panicky. No. I do what I have to do. The respect have to come from my side. She have to respect me, but not as a slave and master, as equal. That's what I mean. So, sir, you both have a very beautiful day, and happy to see you again, here from you again. God bless you, Paul. Bye-bye.
So I'm going to start rounding up, but before I round up, I want to quickly play a video I made a couple of, I don't know how long ago that video was, but let me play it for you guys. Since I think you can only be
value item verification option, you can buy with more peace of mind.
Are you dating to get married? Or are you in a courtship, a serious courtship that's going to lead to a marriage? You need to move closer because I have very important tips. Look at all you've gone through. I'm also now start number 5. Move closer. Are you dating to get married? Or are you in a courtship, a serious courtship that's going to lead to a marriage? You need to move closer because I have very important tips and something I want you to start taking note of in either your husband to be or your wife to be. So I believe I'm a big sister to some of you who's watching me. Either some of you watching YouTube or some of you on the street of YT or some of you anywhere else. I believe I'm a big sister. And as you all know, I've been married for close to maybe 18 years now. I got married at the age of... what's with these ads now? Mr. Inkus, I'm getting somewhere, and
when you're buying pizza for film nights, you want to pay right away. Replace it when you pay later.
19/20. So I believe this tip I'm about to tell you is something you need to start putting all of your tentacles on ground for, to start take notice of in either your husband to be or your wife to be. Number one thing is this: before you eventually decide to marry either of each other or either your partner, I believe we are in the generation of terms and conditions in marriage. Yes, we need to start writing terms and conditions in marriage. Like some men While or some in a relationship, there are some things you both be fine with, like, or if a man does it to a woman is happy with it. If a woman do it to a man, they are happy with it before they get married. But trust me, once you both say I do to each other, once you are both legally married, trust me, some men or some either of the party will turn around and tell you that, oh, that was before I married you. Now that I've married you, this is how things are. This is how things are. So I believe I am an ambassador for terms and conditions to be written before you all sign the dotted line of I married you. Yes, I want to marry you. Number two thing is this: before you get married. So I'm going to be saying this because I'm a woman. So I'm going to be saying this to a woman. So if you're a man watching me as well, you can as well apply it to yourself. So before you get married, you need to ask your husband, can I hold an investment in my name? Trust me, there's nothing wrong in a woman holding an investment, either properties or whatever investment or a portfolio. There's nothing wrong in a woman owing such, because some things have happened in the recent days that got me thinking, wow, like it opened my eyes in a negative way. But it's not worse, it's not bad right now. I can still rectify things, but I felt I'm going to come out here and mention it to you as a woman. You need to speak to your husband to be like, ask before you get married to him, can I own? Like, I would love to, like, this, if you can afford it, it's not necessarily that your husband should be the one to buy this investment or your husband should build this portfolio. No. If you are maybe you're career orientated or you have a high cash flow, you need to be speaking to that man or husband to be that, I would love to invest in portfolio. Am I allowed or can I have it? That's the question you should be asking. And number three is this: a man who, before, even while you're courting, and is trying to cut you off your friends. Like, obviously before you met the man, you once had your own friends, but while you're in your courtship, is telling you, oh, who is that? Even if you have, like, obviously growing up, you have male friends, you have female friends, you have both sexes as female as friends. If it starts to, like, see reasons why it doesn't want to see you with such friends anymore, trust me, you need to be like, seriously, why would you want to, like, why can't I have my friends? Trust me, once you get married to such man, you'll be a loner for the rest of your life. And number four thing is this: never ever, never ever hold a joint account with your husband. I'm saying this because I've been there and I am learning. Never ever own a joint account with your husband to be. And number five thing is this: ask your husband to be, peradventure we leave our country by boat and relocate to somewhere else in Europe or somewhere in the world. Are you team? Yes, we are down in abroad now. The wife is going to work. I'm going to be an house husband. For me, God forbid, I am against team house husband. So both of you need to be sitting down. Like, okay, if peradventure we leave Nigeria or we leave our country by boat to go relocate somewhere else, who is going to be like? We both have to be chipping in. So there's no house husband anyway, and there's no housewife anyway. Both of you, people who are in abroad now can testify to this. There's no nowadays one income is not enough for a house, to talk less of a house where there's children or even multiple children. So there should be, so these things I'm saying kind of like all ties into the terms and conditions that should be written before both of you get married to one another. And also, you want to be careful about a man who, like, obviously it will agree with everything you want to do. Like, if you say this is team 100%, yes. If you say this is team 100%, however, there's something in his mind. He's not really happy with that thing going ahead. So, which kind of like list that both of you need to know, like, you need to know inside and out of one another. For me, I've learned in a way that for the fact that your other party is saying yes to everything that you want to do, trust me, they are not 100% happy that you're doing it. So these are the tips I really want to share with you that I felt as a young lady who is dating to marry. These are the things, like 5 important things, very, very important. If I've not seen Shege, I would not come and start sharing this with you guys. These are very important things that if you're dating to marry, you need to be in your terms and conditions that must be in place before you go. You both say, we want to marry. And also, an extra bonus: both of you need to sit down and decide how many kids you want to have. Like, you both sit down and decide, like, Man, Oga, I want 2 kids, either sex. If God gives us 2 boys, that's it, no more. You both need to agree that before you enter into your marriage, not a matter of fine, no contraception, you end up getting pregnant. Before you know, you are on baby number 7. Hmm? I'm telling you this. This should be in an agreement. It should be in terms and conditions, like how many kids are we having. You both of you should agree to how many, the amount of children you want to have, because trust me, having multiple is lovely when you have lots of children in the house, but having multiple children is draining. It's hard to be able to share love and care amongst multiple children. Right. I'm going to end that video there. You guys can go catch up. So my 2 beautiful sisters, Honey Babe and Isayikus, both of you have the floor. Let's take this home.
There's a lot that there's a lot that you said. I mean, I agree with a lot of them, but I think for me, maybe because of, like I said, to me, yes, I'm a very talkative person. For me, it should be natural for everything that you said. You would have that communication, and you would obviously talk about these things. The joint account, I personally believe, I find it, I hear it in a lot of marriages, Nigerian marriages, where I'm sorry, I say this and I say this. How are you married to someone that you don't want to have a joint bank account? And I do understand, because that's something that I saw with my parents. And like I said, I didn't really understand that. But I think it goes down to, like I said, intentional, reading the red flags, having communications. And I know people may say that you don't always see certain things, but hopefully with communication. And that's why I said that I personally believe, and I say this only because of where I'm based, there is no rush to get married 19, 20, 21. You need to know yourself and kind of like grow into yourself. Because when you're 19, 20, I know that the most I was thinking about was going to university and to finish my degree and basically possibly doing a master's or deciding to go to work. You know, that was what I was thinking about at that age. And I think, I don't know how it is in Nigeria because I'm not based there, but I think that where we are, we have more opportunities to go to, you know, to educate yourself, have your own, whether you're renting or buying a property. There's not a rush to get married. Obviously, if you meet the right person at the right time, then fair enough. But I think that we don't have the pressure being in diaspora compared to if you're based in Nigeria. So I think personally, you need to get to know yourself as a young lady before you now say that you want to get married. Sometimes when you're younger and you don't know yourself, especially when in your first relationship where you get married, you think that it's normal for certain things to happen because you haven't grown in yourself. And I'm not saying you should be sleeping around, please. I'm just saying to you, know yourself, experience more. So, and then the other things of what you said, I like I said, comes down to communication. And I say this in terms of the children, I say this, maybe because, like I said, I have a lot of Caucasian friends. I have a lot of friends that have decided they want 1 child, 2 child, max. And they've had that conversation. I have a friend of mine. She's based in Essex, not far from me. And I remember she said to me, "Oh, honey, babe, I'm pregnant again. But after this one, my hubby, he's gonna get sterilized." And I think it was around the same time as my youngest child, and he's 11 now. So I think her youngest son is maybe 10 or 11. I know around the same age because we've worked years ago together. And I was like, yeah, cool, do your thing, man, not a problem. Because to me, I found that very, very, they've had a conversation. She's got 3 boys. She was like, I am done. The husband said he doesn't want any more kids, nothing. So, you know, she drove him to the hospital and he got sterilized. I mean, it was 5 or 6 years ago, and I don't think it can be reversed, I assume. But like I said, nothing, there's been no accident since. They had that conversation. But I think personally for me, I'm of the opinion, and really don't, I'm of the opinion that the woman has the ultimate decision when it comes to having children, because we are the ones that can decide whether to get pregnant or not. So I would say this to any woman, that when you're courting, when you're having those conversations, yes, you need to have a conversation about how many children that you have. But ultimately, I'm saying this, and it's coded, use your common sense. You understand what I'm saying? There are things you can take. You can take contraception. It's not by force to, like, the first year of marriage to have back-to-back children. There's a couple in church, and I'm looking at them, that, you know, they literally have to have a minivan because they've got 4 boys. And the woman came from an African country, and literally, no joke of a lie, within 6 months, she's been pregnant 4 times. Make it make sense.
She has not even worked
Wow.
because literally she's been pregnant back to back 4
Wow.
times. She had her last child, I think, was it like last year, November? I was just looking at her. It didn't make sense to me. And like I said, there's nothing wrong with family planning. There's nothing, I'm not, children are a beautiful thing. I have 2 kids. But what I'm saying to you is that plan these things, because you are the one ultimately that are going to be nurturing those children. If anything happens, the children are going to be with you. Maybe in some cases they go to the dad, but no, in most cases they go to you. Can you cope emotionally? Because kids are not easy. You know this, Mama Five. You know this, Linkus Pepe. My son that is 14 today has done my nutting that I've had to dump him with his grandmother. Remember, I gave birth to him 14 years ago today. Well, because he cheesed me off, I dumped him with his grandmother and I'll pick him up. So these children will do a number on you that you end up moving back. You understand? Absolutely. So when you want to be having 4 or 5 kids, think very well. And financially, even with 2 salaries or even as a single mama, even as a married couple, kids are not easy, especially in the UK. There's nursery, non-stop tuition, football, kiniko, this one, that one. He's doing my nutting. I know how much I'm spending, even with his dad spending as well. I know what we're going through, and that's with him. So think about these things, think about these things very well. Everything you said, house, husband, this one, that one, I'm not really sure about that because, like I said, I didn't grow up with that mindset. Me, I'm of the opinion that, most of us that were born and brought up here, we have our own places, we get married, and we basically bring our, you bring yourself to the table together. He has his salary, he has his education, you have your salary, you have your education. In terms of property, like I said, I had property before I got married. As far as I'm concerned, anything that I had before the marriage, none of your business. None of your business. But if you're married, then obviously you have a conversation. I've seen many couples that have built property portfolios together. I have a friend of mine, they have 20 buy-to-lets together as a married couple. So obviously they've planned that together as a business venture. You have conversations about that. So I think my issue is I keep coming back to the same thing, conversations. And it's not just spitting out saliva, it's actually talking. And like I said, maybe you have to have some kind of list. But for me, always
having the conversation.
Yeah, it's having a list. And I say this all the time, that in marriage, it's not a do or die affair. So even if the situation where you agree today, point A, and 10 years down the line, things you obviously have been disconnected, you guys are not aligning. I'm sorry, I don't give a damn. It's not by force to stay married. If you feel for whatever reason you are not happy, keep it moving. Exactly. Marriage is not a do or die affair. Come for me how you want. I do not give a damn. Because as far as I'm concerned, no one should perish in marriage because someone is not happy. Your mental health is very, very important in this type of the world. Absolutely. So like I said to you, regardless of children, regardless of a marriage, if you feel that for whatever the reason is, and there's many reasons people walk away from marriage. It could be for whatever reason, regardless of whether you agree with it or not. If that person makes a decision to leave, it's none of your business because you are not in that relationship. That's all I have to say. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Honey Baby. I really appreciate your presence. Auntie Inkus, please.
Yes, so well said, sis. Well said. So I wanted to bring this from the point of perspective of now people getting married and back then, say that mom of 5, like you said, you 18, 19 years into the marriage. I've been married now, you'll be 22 this year by God's grace. And I know for sure that I'm not managing. We are rocking it together and we're making the headway, but it wasn't easy from the jump because we didn't know any better. Now I met my husband when I was 18, but we were just dating. We were both in school, we were just doing life regular. We didn't get married until 2004. So we had solid years of even multiple, like we broke up even twice while we were dating. And that was from, small childless, childish things, and it was even for me. It wasn't even him because it was a little bit more mature than me. He's 6 years older. So the thing I'm trying to say is that when we first were together, now from my background, my mom or any auntie I had never sat me down to say, Yinka, this is how you go about marriage. These are the things to look out for, right? These are the things that you guys need to be talking about. I never, not for 10 seconds did I have anyone in my life, nobody ever talked to me about marriage or what to expect. But I knew what I wasn't going to take.
Yeah.
because I had seen
Absolutely.
so many while growing up, things that women were accepting, that I knew that I'd rather, rather for me to accept that, I'll be good on my own.
Absolutely.
So what I'm trying to say is that me getting married at 24 back then in 2004 will be totally different from a 24-year-old right now that is trying to get married. In the
Absolutely.
sense that the information is out there already for you to take to try to work off of. I went into the marriage knowing that I was marrying my friend. We were very, very good to each other. It was always looking out for me all the time. I knew that I was madly in love with this man and I didn't want to do life without him. Like I wanted to be with him as much as he wanted to be with me. But when you talk about when you get married, you begin to see the other side that you didn't see. We
See,
dated for 6 years. We were seeing each other for 6 years, but there were parts of him that I didn't see. There were parts of me that he didn't see. And those sides began to come out in marriage. Now, that is where the love and the communication comes in. Ours
yeah.
could have been a history. Like I'm telling you, like at year 3, I
Mm-hmm.
was thinking we were not going to get up to 5. And I was ready to say, you know what, damn with it. I'm not doing this. If there's no headway, if we can make this work where we're actually, when I'm actually feeling like I am part of you, I was
Mm-hmm.
not going to go longer than year 5.
Mm-hmm.
And it wasn't that something that was hidden. He knew it as well. And it
Mm.
was like both of us, it was not like you're begging me to marry you or I'm begging you to stay. It
Yeah.
was on both sides. So it's
Mm.
either look, and it got to a point where we said, you know, I really love you very much. These things that we're talking about, like there's some silly fights that you can't even call someone to say, look, we were
This
fighting
is what
about
is
this thing. No, can you imagine? I mean, in fact, even till now, sometimes when I look at him, we talk about, we just like, man, we were such fools. Like, why are you fighting about toothpaste? You're fighting about pressing the toothpaste from the middle and pressing toothpaste from the bottom. When people are out there fighting and talking about money and talking about domestic violence. But the
happening.
truth about it is that regardless of how small you think that thing that you're not communicating is, it's going
Is
to be a big issue for someone else. So
yeah.
for me, I always say now that the first thing you need to understand is how do you communicate with this person while you're dating?
Mm.
Is there something that is so heavy for you that you cannot willingly share? If this is someone, I mean, you're already looking to do life with this person. Are you
Yeah.
able to actually sit down with this person to let them know how you
Mm.
are actually feeling? Because
Yeah.
when you get in the marriage, see finish will happen.
Exactly. Mm-hmm.
So are you able to communicate right now with that person to a certain level that you're very comfortable with?
Comfortable. Mm.
And then when you get into the marriage, you begin to learn more. But now, in this day and age where everything is out there on the internet, the first thing that you do when you're dating is you got to communicate. You have to be able to figure out how you communicate with this person. Now, we're
Yeah.
talking about investments here. I, for one, like right now, I run a business with my husband, and we
Mm-hmm.
also have our own thing that we're doing on the side. We have our own careers we're doing on the side. Year 1 into our marriage, my husband always had wanted a home healthcare business,
Yeah.
but he knew that it was so much for him to, especially when you're starting off from the ground.
Yeah.
He still has a family that he has to take care of. Putting all of that on the back burner to say, you know what, I'm going to focus on the business. The business is not going to bring money right away. It's going to take a little while for you to start bringing money. How can he do this? But he didn't think that he could do it on his own, and he needed me to support him
Support.
on building this business. I'm telling you, sis. We didn't start this business. He talked about it in 2005, a year after we got married. We didn't start this business until 2023.
Wow.
And the reason I'm saying this is because not that it took me that long to decide, but it
Yeah.
took me when he first told me, I was like, hey, Amy, I am not quitting my career. I'm not putting my career on the line. I'm not holding myself back from nothing for a
Mm.
man. That was what was in my head because I saw my mom get burnt. I saw people, aunties get burnt, putting all their all in a marriage. And at the end of the day, things fell bad and the women were left hanging. So
Mm.
for years, I had it in my mind like, no, I need to just continue pushing my career head on. Meanwhile, all this man wanted me to just do was just support him in my own little way. But for me, I didn't want that. I wanted to just do my
Mm.
own thing. But
Exactly.
let me tell you that after a while, he talked to me for a little while about it and we stopped talking about it. He just never brought it up again. I'm telling you that if I tell you that I was the one that brought it up and said, you know what, that business you were talking about then, do
Yeah.
you still want to do it? And at this point, he's looking at me like, well, it's up to you if you want
Wow.
to, because I know that I need to do this, but I can't do it without you because you're the one I trust with the paperwork. When it comes to states and all of, the requirements and everything, he always
Yeah.
wanted to be the one in the field, not the one doing the paperwork. So he needed someone that he can trust to really handle it. And I'm good at stuff like that. So why pay someone else? And then,
Exactly.
you know, it was a matter of us coming together, drafting us something to say, okay, this is how much you get paid. This is how much we get paid. But why didn't we talk about that in
Yeah.
2005? It
Why
was
wait
because
for
of fear.
that? Yeah, yeah,
Yeah. And then,
exactly.
of course, children happened, life happened, and we just put all of
Mhm,
that in the back burner until I brought it
mhm.
up. So, what I'm trying to say is that it depends on who you're with.
Yeah.
I don't understand how you can be in a relationship with someone that you're sleeping with, you're having babies with, and you cannot see yourself having a joint account. I have a
Mm,
problem with that, honestly. Because why are we together in a relationship where I'm burying my body out and I'm burying your babies that I bury your name?
mm,
And at the end of the day, I can't even put money with you. I'd rather be by myself.
mm.
And the reason why I say that is because up from the time that we've been married, we've always had a joint account, and each of us always also had our own personal account.
Account.
That's
Okay.
what works for my family. That's what works for my marriage. So I can't, if somebody says, you know what, the joint account works for us or the joint account does not work for us, you're the one that knows the kind of person you're married to.
Married too. Yeah.
So if that's how you decide to run it, then that's how you decide to run your home, right? But for me, I'm not going to be laying down on the bed having your babies and I'm saying to myself that I cannot run a business with you. I cannot have a joint account with you. If we
Mm.
can't talk about it, because I feel like a lot of the problems that we have stems from lack of
Lack
communication.
of communication. Yes.
If we just sit down and communicate, you know, our needs and our wants, like, you know, having your own investment. You're talking to this guy at 24 back then. I just finished graduating from college. Money was not our big thing back then.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody, none of us, there was no 24-year-old in 2004, 2003 that was talking about investments. Let's say
Like
the truth, right? But in this day and age, it's different because guess what? I have a 19-year-old that already has a portfolio. He already has a 401k that's putting his money when he comes home and the work that he does, he puts some money there. I didn't
mm,
think about that. I didn't know that. But I
exactly.
knew better when my kids were growing up to start teaching them. We're teaching them about how to
Yes, sir.
handle money. I learned how to handle money in marriage. I didn't know how to handle money before marriage
For
because I
marriage.
always had the money that I wanted from my parents. I never had to think about, oh, where's money going to come from? But when it got into marriage, my husband was the one that taught me how to handle money. But in this day and age, a 24-year-old back then is different from a 24-year-old back
Now.
now.
True.
Now
True.
I'm the one telling my boys, because I have 3 boys, I'm telling them, look, these girls you see out there, you know you need to come correct. You go to
Exactly.
school, you get your education, you go and go hard. This is
Yes.
not the time to be playing around the street. This is the time to grind because
Mm,
those girls you're seeing out there, they're not sleeping. They're running and
exactly.
they're pushing it and they're making their own money. So by the time you graduate and you're standing on your own 2 feet, you'll be able to approach a woman that you want,
Absolutely.
you know,
Absolutely.
with grace, knowing that you can take care of the home front. That's just the
Absolutely.
way it is. But a lot of us then didn't have the opportunity. We didn't
That
have people
opportunity.
talk to us about
Mm,
these things. So I
yeah.
feel like it just depends on the kind of foundation. So it stems from the foundation of the marriage from the get-go.
Yeah.
If you are married to someone that you already originally have a foundation of friendship with, you
Mm-hmm.
will grow together as you figure this out. You
Yeah.
will be able to talk, but when you go years and just sweep things under the carpet, sweep things under the carpet, things under the carpet,
We just
it will
remain
get
at
to
the
a
same
point
point.
where the both of you are just sick and tired of the relationship and you're just managing.
Yeah.
Rather
Yeah.
than me manage a marriage, I will be single and cold in this winter. That's just me because I don't know. It's true because
Echo the
because
midwinter.
it's
Voila.
I guess maybe because it's the kind of person I am. I'm always, if I'm doing something, I'm always either all in or all out. I don't
Wow.
know how to do middle ground and be here and be there. So
Mm,
it's either you have all of me or you don't have any of me. But I'm not going to walk away without putting in my best because
yeah.
I know that, you know what, I did everything I could possibly do to make
Mm,
it work. So
ab-
once you have that foundation of you guys talking, I always say that there's really no problem you cannot overcome in a marriage if that door of communication is always open.
open. True.
But a lot of us lack that because we didn't even get that.
Mm,
We didn't get that knowledge. We didn't
yeah.
get that
Absolutely.
teaching before marriage. So
Yeah.
for some people, it gets increasingly difficult when in the marriage they're married to maybe somebody that maybe brought you from Nigeria or something. You guys never really had the foundation of the friendship. You just ended up like you met this guy, somebody introduced you, and all of a sudden you guys are married. You didn't have that foundation. The person didn't have the foundation to hold on to. So there's really nothing to work off of. It gets increasingly difficult. But when you have that foundation of communication, just take it that, if I'm going to lay down the bed with this man and I'm going to have his babies, there should be nothing that is too big for this my mouth to say.
To say, yeah.
But once you get to the point where you're saying, oh, I can't discuss this with him. Oh, I can't discuss it. There's a problem because you can't discuss it now. It's going to ruin the thing or you're going to end up managing. And at this point, the world is already difficult enough as it is. We have
Right.
so many problems in this world as it is. Marriage and the person that you're staying in the house with should be the last of your problems to have to worry about. You
Yeah.
need to be able to come home with a clear head to say, you know what, with all the stress I've gone through today, I'm going home. And be happy to say you're
Absolutely.
going into your home.
Mm.
Now, I'm not saying that there's not going to be problems, though. There's going to be yelling, there's going to be all of that. But how do you resolve it at the end of the day? So when we're talking about the list of the things that you need to, figure out, signing contract and all of that, I'm telling you, the only reason why you have to sign contract is if you really did not have that foundation of communication
Yeah.
from the get-go. It may
Yeah.
not be as deep as
Mm-hmm.
it is in the
At least
marriage, like saying yes, but you have to
scratch
have
the
that
surface.
exactly.
Yeah.
You have to have that foundation where you can actually talk about everything. You have to be intentional about each other. If you really want the relationship, it is not one-sided. It is not, oh, I am the woman and all the burden is on me. It is for you as the man. I am your helper. I am the woman. I'm supposed to be your helpmate. So if this is what I need to do, I'm going to do it. But at the same time, do not leave me hanging where I'm carrying all the finances of the house and you're just doing whatever as a man.
Exactly.
And then you still expect me to come with all the respect and all of that. Come on. I mean, we are all human beings.
Mm.
So at
Yeah.
the end of the day, are we looking out for each other? I'm looking out for you because I'm supposed to be your helpmate, but you're not going to jump all your responsibility on me. It's not going to
Me.
work.
Absolutely. Well said.
Because
Well said.
so at the end of the day, there's so many things that are encapsulated in a marriage already. But that
Yeah.
foundation of communication is a big thing. That's why I always say that when you go out and you're courting and you're going out and you're talking, what are the things that you're actually talking about? Are you just talking about how you look or mundane stuff? Or are you talking about, like, if you're going into the relationship with an intention, what is the intent? What is the intent of this dating that we're doing? Is it
Yeah.
because we're looking to get married? But I'm sorry, if you're in your 30s at this point, or let me just leave the 20s because they are still learning. So I
That's
still
still
want to give
learning.
them the grace.
Exactly.
But if you're in your 30s and then you end up with a man that you know that you have no zero communication with, you
Ah.
yourself, you are your own problem.
Exactly.
Because how in this day and age, the world is already too evolved. You were not living under a rock. How do you get married to someone that you're not even able to fully communicate with? You're not going to see the whole sides of this human being because the person is still going to show you all the fine side and probably say you
Yeah.
probably yes to everything. If you're dating a guy and the man is saying yes to everything that you're saying or you're wanting, you have a problem. I'm
Yes.
telling you.
Mm.
Because number one, Nigerian women, we're very assertive.
True.
That's just it. A lot of us are very assertive. We're just assertive in different areas. Even the ones that you bring from the village that are very naive. Once they begin to know their value, they will stand up for their rights. Period.
Exactly. Don't waste time. Oh.
That's
So,
why they
but
said don't bring imported wives, isn't it?
I mean, I love it when they say marry where you are. I always have a
I see
problem
this
with.
all the time.
I
Yeah.
always have a problem with men going to Nigeria, going to any African country to say I'm
Bring your
finding
wife.
my wife there.
Mm.
What is wrong with your mouth? What happened to where you are to find the woman where you are?
Where
In the
you are.
same place that understands the value system of where you are. Because guess what? You bring that one from Nigeria. Some of them will hide their intention until
Yes.
they are ready to leave you. Some of them will leave you at the airport hanging. You get to the airport, you want to pick them up, they are gone.
You're on your own. Give
But
your
the one that
wife.
but if you're in this America or you're in UK or wherever you are and you cannot find your wife there, you are the
You
problem.
have a problem. Yeah, I agree with that. I
Yeah.
totally agree. I totally agree. I think definitely what you said it's having emotional awareness
Mm,
of understanding that marriage is about companionship. It's
mm,
about, and I like what you said, and I think Uncle Ben has said it. Definitely friendship. A key part of marriage is friendship, and I don't know how people don't seem to understand that. You've mentioned it, Sister Yinka, about you married your best friend. And with the fights and everything, that's a foundation. Let me tell you, yeah, I told you that I just literally came from, I've been out all day. I was with my mum, we had a church program. I wasn't feeling too well, so I actually got my stepdad to drive. Come and see fighting in the car. It got to one stage. We entered the house. My son was just looking at me. He went upstairs. I had to now be begging, "Mommy, calm down. Ah, your stepdad, Kiliko, Kiliko." I ran from the household and I came here and I just saw Mama 5 on live. And I called my mom. I said, "Mommy, what's going on with you and Popsy now? What's going on? Ah, you're not with this one, that one." Within 5 minutes, she now called me. My husband has called. They've already apologized to each other.
That's
If they didn't have that foundation of friendship, because my mom, you can imagine if I'm like this, you can imagine what my mom is like. Come on, be real. But because they have friendship, yeah. The amount of, regardless of the argument, not even 24 hours, yeah, they've settled their argument. They're fine. They're in bed now. It's late. That's how it is. That is how it's supposed to be. If you have that open communication and friendship, there is nothing that you cannot get over. There's nothing, because you have that openness to each other to resolve anything. That's what I'm saying. Regardless, because you're always going to have arguments. There's two people becoming one. But if you have that openness, emotional awareness, and a willingness to compromise, there is no marriage in the world that will not be able to overcome any difficulty.
Yeah,
very true.
thank you so much, Money Babe. Thank you so much,
Well said.
Sister
Well
Yinka.
said.
I just want to pop that there, and just like I always say, obviously the topic that this guy raised in the video, for me, I totally disagree with most of the things he said in there. And also, often I always say on my channel there that as a young lady, if you don't have a means of, if you don't have a means of income, if you don't have any training or whatever skill, just rule out the fact that you are getting married, because you have no business getting married. Have your own source of income. You don't want to be waiting on your husband to buy you bra, to buy you moisturizer, to buy you toothbrush, or to even make your hair. You don't want to be waiting on him to do all of that for you. There's some sort of freedom you have if you have your own source of income. And that does not mean that, because nowadays now, if you hear any story from men now, because she's making money, she does not listen to me anymore, she does not respect me. No, allow that woman, because at the end of the day, the women are supposed to be your helper. They are meant to support you. Because when when the kids are not there yet, things are, both of you will be fine. But then when the kids start coming, nobody will tell you before you ask for that support. And yes, women should be able to support you temporarily and not on a no, forever, that you now take responsibility. So as a woman, make sure you have something doing. Don't cast all of your responsibilities on the man, so that someone like this, I don't even know, Amueba, this Amueba on the screen, I will control you if I'm taking care of your bills. You will not have a friend. Even your mother will have to send me an email or something to come and visit.
Is that what but you know
I'm
the
just
funny thing?
I'm just adding my own.
What he doesn't seem to understand yet is that, I think I've said this on Auntie B show, there can be a situation, you say that you want to carry all the financial burden. God forbid you have a stroke. God forbid you've been made redundant. It is that woman. It is exactly. It is the woman that's been working that has a skill. She's the one that's going to be there for you, that will pay the mortgage because you've been made redundant, because you've been on long-term sickness, because of whatever reason. So be very careful when you're opening when men are saying certain things, because this is the woman that will carry it when the man, for whatever reasons, cannot pay all the bills. Obviously it's temporarily, but I've seen situations where for whatever reason, redundancy or illness, the woman will carry the load. So when people saying this, do they even think?
I don't think so. I think this one thinks it's invisible, that nothing can happen. And I hope he stays on social media also, because when he gets married, so we can know what is happening in his life. I hope he stays on social media.
And may I mention something real quick? Because I was just thinking about the investment part and, talking about, the men in general, especially when it comes to finances. I wanted to just read it because I like to just make sure that I have my lines dotted, my T's dotted, so that someone does not get my message in the wrong way, as far as when I was talking about my career and not wanting to put it on hold and then decide to go into the business with my husband. I have to tell you that this man had to show workings.
Yeah.
He had to show workings for me to believe. Like he wasn't doing it for me to believe. I saw it, that every step that he took in those years that I had not agreed to do the business with him, every step that he took was for the good intent of our family. there was a point where me having 3 boys, 2 of my boys, they were pretty much, we call them Ibeja Towoda, which is like they are so close you could almost refer to them as twins, right?
Or
And it got to a point where with my career, I was traveling a lot. I was hardly ever home. Like I would get home on the days that I was home, I'll get home like around 7 o'clock from traffic, and we'll only have 1 hour to spend with my kids before dinner, and then they have to go to bed. It got to a point when they got to middle school, which is secondary school, that I had to decide, that this career of mine, as much as I love it and the money was good, it was not beneficial for my family, because the place that we are in this society, me being a mother of boys, and my husband was already working so hard to make sure that he was carrying his own, carrying his own weight. It would have been increasingly difficult for either of us to be present in their life. My mother-in-law was pretty much raising our boys, and I did not like what I was seeing. Because when a grandparent is raising your child, all the spoils that you did not have as a child, your own child will have it, because they're getting it
yeah,
from the grand. That's the
Appreciate,
kind of
appreciate.
that's the love. That's the way they show their love. So
yes,
you're looking
yes,
at this woman like, I know you are not. You didn't used to move like this. What happened? My. So when I began to see those things, I had to talk to my husband to say, we have a problem. Yes, the money is good. But if we keep going this way, we're going to lose our children. I need to do something. Like we need to figure something out. And what I really feel like I need to do right now is step away from my career and stay home with these kids. Like really be here when they come home from school. Let them
yeah.
see me in the morning. Let them
Mhm.
come from school and see me here.
Let's
Let me
see
be
you.
present,
Yeah.
because when they were younger, I wasn't really there like that.
Mm,
It took
mm,
us downsizing. We had to downsize our house to be able to say, you know what, my husband will be able to carry the load for the time. That was
no,
when I started Charlotte. I
mm,
started my I started my ready to wear business. That
mm,
ready to wear business only made me income with people that I knew.
yeah,
Online, it hardly made me anything, because people
and,
had not trusted the brand
yeah,
until a few years later. You get what
mm,
I mean? So, but
yeah,
all the while, every time I was going for shows and they were calling my brand and I had to go and represent, regardless of how busy my husband was, he was always there with me. He will
mm,
support me. He will help me carry mannequins. He will help me broadcast messages. He will do so many things that he didn't have to do, because he was doing his own thing. He was
yeah,
carrying his own weight. But everything he did, even with his own weight that he had to carry, he was looking out for me. He wanted
mm,
me to still continue to do something, even while I was home with the children.
the
So at
children.
the end of the day, I saw that, you know what? Everything this guy is doing, he's really much looking out for me. He really just wanted me to be okay, with the children to be okay.
Yeah,
Why
mm,
can't I really just go in with this man? And of course, after my children grew up and I know they didn't really need me that much anymore, I started getting contract jobs for my career. I was doing that on the side. And I
mhm,
decided, you know what? I can do this with you. I don't see, I mean, you did all of this for me. Why can't I do the same for you? Because
yeah,
now I'm
absolutely.
sure that this guy is not going to cheat me,
Yeah,
right? Now I'm sure that when I needed him and I needed to stay home with the kids, this guy had our back. Like I never had to worry about anything, no matter how difficult it was. He made sure that everything was good.
it was so
So
good.
that was why. So he had to show workings. I did not just decide, oh, okay, let's start doing the business together.
Mhm.
So that
Exactly.
came from trusting what he was doing, trusting that he had not some kind of man that would just be doing his own thing. You don't know what he's doing with money. He's just
Mhm.
doing whatever, and then he's expecting you to come and put your own
Come
life
and
on
build.
hold and come and support him. It's
It doesn't
different.
work
So
that way.
please,
Yeah,
let's not get it twisted. I just need to
But
make
that,
that clear.
but the thing is, the
yeah.
way you
Thanks
did
so
it,
much, Azika.
from your testimony, that's wisdom. I mean,
Mhm,
even the way
Yes,
you said the story, that's a testimony on its own.
mhm,
For me,
yeah,
that's the way that you use wisdom. And I'm not,
yeah,
because like I said, we've seen people that are married, and because you've not built up trust, and because you're not, you need to be monitoring them. How are
mm,
they, Sister Yinka? You look at the testimony you said. You
mm,
gave us beginning, middle, and end.
mm,
exactly.
And in everything, it was a testimony. And that's how
mm,
you move. You don't just trust anybody because they're your husband. You
mm.
watch the
No,
way that they move. You have to use
Yep.
wisdom. There has to
Mhm.
be wisdom in marriage. Just because you marry
correct.
someone, you trust them, he's still just a human being, whether it's a wife
Mhm.
or a husband. You
Yeah,
have to use
Correct.
wisdom in marriage. That's all I would say. Thank you very much
Yeah.
for that testimony.
thank
Thank you,
you
ladies.
so much, ladies.
Mhm.
I really appreciate your inputs,
Mm.
especially Auntie Inputs. Thank you so much for that.
Thank you for having
For that
me.
input. there. I really appreciate you, and I pray that
you.
all that both of you have set up will not crumble in Jesus' name.
Amen.
And
Amen.
yes,
Thank you,
that's
sister.
actually opened my own eyes as well in a few things. Obviously, when I made that video, I think I made that video about 3, 4, 5 years ago. And obviously, yes, I've learned a lot afterwards. So yeah, thank you so much for that input. And with that being said, guys, please, this man, this MU raised to power 2 on this screen is a billboard you should run from. Oh,
Red
a
one.
billboard.
He's a big billboard. I
Exactly. So
mean, like
he's
I
explaining himself. He's been explaining himself all over and over again on TikTok. People are dragging him. And under the same comment, you see some women saying, this is the kind of man I want. If my man cannot control me, then I don't think I will marry such man. I was like, okay. Me, I have said my own. If I were to come and if I were to be 19 years old again and I say this kind of boy or guy, I will run 440. I will run 440. I will not even collect my relay stick. I will run. That's what I'm going to say. And to everybody watching, I hope you all have learned one or two things from our lovely sisters who have contributed today, and also from Uncle Kedola as well. He also brought his own perspective out of it. And before I go, guys, I'm just going to say this: please have something doing. That's
exactly, yeah.
If
that's the only lesson you've learned tonight,
exactly. If that's the only thing, even if you are forgetting how we started this live stream, just have something doing. Just have something, because me that I'm sitting here, if I'm to open my mouth to share my testimony, I will get dragged past and TB on this YouTube. I swear to God, I will get dragged.
Why would they drag you? I don't understand. That's why I said, I'm going to be honest here. I have a serious issue with the Nigerian community because, like I said, I don't understand it. Me and my mom, we fight every day. She says, I regret having you in the UK. You have me though. Because my mindset is, I don't understand the mentality. If someone chooses to leave a marriage, it's none of anybody's business because you don't know what they're going through. But that's why I'm going to be honest. I don't have many Nigerian friends. I'm sorry, I put it out there because of nonsense like this. I can't relate. I
I
cannot.
So that's why I said, you know what? It's if I thought it's not for YouTube, but if that time ever comes, that everybody they are moving in the right frame of mind, they are moving in the right.
It will never happen.
That will never happen. That's why I said you better forget it.
Everybody's living mad. So maybe there'll be a time where everybody's like, okay, we understand. Okay, we understand. Maybe when that time comes. But for now, let us just be seeing everything we see here. You take the one that is useful to you, and the one where you know they're useful to you discard it.
Exactly. Everybody do you.
Do what's for you.
This life is once. You only live it once. If you're inside
hello, exactly. That's why for me, no, but if I'm not happy or with anybody, I will talk. You know me now. If anybody is not happy, let them do whatever they want. Because, like I said, you come here on your own, and you will live on your own. Marriage is not a ticket to heaven. Please.
Not at all. Not at all. And again, remember, as a woman, if you want to be a Mrs. Forever, remember, if anything happens to you, I swear to God, in 6 months, the man will carry another woman.
6 months is too long.
I was just giving it time, money. Giving it out. 6 months. And as a woman, again, just because you left a marriage does not mean that you might not, well, only if you decide that you don't want to find love again. But if Waneka can find a young single after 3 children,
I've just told you that my mom got married last year. She's 75. What are you talking about? My mother got married last year, mate, to Popsy, and he's the best stepdad in the world. Let me hail him on this show. The best stepdad in the
well done, sir.
The best stepdad in the world. What are you talking? So it's not a big deal. My mom got married at 70. 74. She was 75 in November. So it's not a big deal. Come on, man. Just because a marriage doesn't work, I always say this: as one door closes, another door opens. Now, like I said to you, I can't talk for Nigeria, so I'm not going there. But I've seen many people that have divorced. They've got married. They've got blended families. It's not a big deal in the UK. So all this mindset that no one will want me. Who told you that? I've seen a friend of mine that's had 4 kids. Yeah, she got married 2 years ago. Fantastic husband. He had kids of his own. They're a blended family. They're happy. So this mindset that because you're divorced, you can't meet anybody else. Please open your eyes. It's not like that.
Exactly. So anyway, I hope we've all learned one or two things, and a big thank you to Honey Babe. Thank you so much, Auntie.
Always a pleasure.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you so
All
much,
right,
Auntie.
then.
Thank you so much. It was a pleasure
you.
having both of you here tonight. I thought I would be a for both of you. Both of you have kept me company, and
No problem. My pleasure.
thank you so much, and
All
have an
right.
amazing
Have a lovely
Sunday.
evening,
You
everyone. Take care.
too. Thank you.
Thank you so
Bye.
much. Right, everybody, I shall go now. So StreamYard is working fine. So hopefully I'll be back again tomorrow. I really want to discuss I really want to react to Yole Docho's interview on car routes. I really want to react to it. So I will set up a live stream. It should be probably tomorrow. I'm going to be at my stall tomorrow. You guys know I sell scented candles. I was at a stall today in Glasgow. So I have another stall tomorrow, which is I think it's 10 till 5 or something. So my live stream is going to be later on tomorrow. So with that being said, guys, thank you so much for being here. And if you watched it now, you've not subscribed to my channel, well, I don't know what's holding you back. Don't forget to like, drop a comment in the comment section, subscribe, share this video, and do not hesitate to join my membership. It's just £2.99 a month, and it's just a way of you supporting me as a small content creator here on YouTube. And I hope with everything that's been discussed here today, we've all learned one or two things. Like I said, I am not perfect. Even those of other people who co-hosted the show with me, they are not perfect either. But I believe you can take one or two things from all the things that we've all said here. The ones that are useful to you, make use of it. And the ones that are not useful to you, you can leave it in the garbage. Okay? Anyway, stay safe, guys, and have an amazing weekend. And I shall see you guys later tomorrow. All right? Bye.